Anti-Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. Today we are checking out Tower of God, episode 10, which I think this might be the closest we get to a respite before the end of the season. I feel like maybe the beginning of this episode might be a little bit more relaxed because Bum has been injured in the previous tag game, so has Rachel. We're at the end of that tag game going into what is going to happen next in the preceding part of this floor. So I feel like if we're going to get any kind of breather, it might be now. I don't know if it's going to be a happy slice of life, we have friendship kind of moment, because we do have the death of Hull also in the previous game, so it's definitely going to be a bit more of a somber moment before we get into some of the other stuff. But I feel like the last few episodes are going to be to get through the rest of the season and all the things that need to happen in order to, I'm assuming, conclude with the betrayal of Bum at the end. So I'm going to take at least a tiny bit of the breather that we're going to get in this episode, hopefully. So let's just check out the episode. In 3, 2, 1, go. I feel this is going to be a heavy one. I know it's going to be a heavy one. I say that like I haven't read the webtoon and therefore have a little bit more of an understanding of what the story's going to be than I do with some other anime on the channel, but it's just... I feel like it's all just downhill from here, you know? Like, we had a little bit of fun with the tag game, and then with the death of Ho, I feel like everything is just intense for a while. Even going into, like, season 2, like, of the webtoon, I feel like it's a little bit intense at the beginning. And then it mellows out a little bit. But I feel like right at the beginning, there's, like, so much stuff going on. And, you know, Bomb's not in a good place either. So, and there's, like, mystery and stuff, so it's, like... I feel like even going into season 2 of the anime, I'm gonna have to just deal with some intensity after this point. Rock, please. I understand that this has changed your entire existence, but... True. I don't know if we can do that. Yup. And this is where the meddling started from her end. That's like cold-hearted too, though, to be like, I removed Ho from the list. Like, crossed him off. Almost perfect. I bet he feels that too, like he helped apply pressure on the Ho, right? There's a girl! Yeah, I'm like, you're just gonna have to open the door. He is persistent. Is this the beginning of our chibi, darling? I love chibi Rock so much. He's my heart and joy. The pettiness. He is persistent. We've been over this. It's not that there's nothing you can do, it's just that you're choosing to do nothing. I'm not saying whether or not it's good or bad either way, but it is a decision you're making. We've said his name too many times he showed up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's such a sweetie. Yeah, it does seem like there are some parallels. Ooh, love that lineup shot. I like how they just like push Rock around when he's in his chibi form. He's just a little ball of rage. I, I love that Bomb went through this whole conversation and it was like, one, didn't think it was actually Rock, or two, just did not register that he was tiny. Dang, that was a full glass. Calm down. Yeah. Oh, Rock giving his chocolate bars. Hmm. I don't know if you ever were, honestly. I think there was definitely some manipulation going on. But also the fact that like she was like crying, she's like, I abandoned you. I was like, I don't know how much I believe this. Probably an act. And then like she ends up being like in self-pity. And I'm like, this is more about you than Bomb, isn't it? She wants him to abandon her too. He's so genuine too. Just makes me mad. This feels preemptive too, with everything that's gonna happen. You even got huts. I love that drunk huts is giving it hugs, being like, we're best friends. Yeah. So he's the bitch. It's the bitch who knows stuff. Oh, cute but sad. I know we had the side eye from Kun earlier when Leroy showed up for Ho's like funeral. And that was probably our respite, and now we're gonna be getting into a bunch of stuff. Terrifying. Like, still lives in my nightmares rent free. I love how unfazed that song is. Like, just having fun this whole season. Absolutely unbothered. Hansung's never been intimidated, with like a few exceptions. Wouldn't be much of a fight, would it? Mm-hmm. Don't do it. It's instant coffee. Not that I'm a coffee drinker, but I've heard that that is basically a sin. Yeah, there's a lot of layers of stuff going on right now. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that detail with like the cup breaking, the height difference, and yet the power is like who is in control in that situation is so obvious as well. Yeah. Ooh, bad move. Again, height difference, but clear power. Who is in power? This is terrifying. Speaking of things that live in my nightmares, he is not going to get involved. Piraku's a survivor. Oof, that sharp cut. I love how after that, Kun's like, I got something to say. Like, the flex. Like, the most horrifying thing you could possibly see. And Kun's just like, bet. Mm-hmm. Smug. Yep. And Hansung's like, how did you learn about that? Who could have possibly told him? Love the hype man. If only we knew someone like that. Yup. Ugh. The British just like, not worth getting up for my nap. God, he's such a sweetie. He's just gonna get trampled. Mm-hmm. They do tend to shake things up. Yeah, I'm like, he helped with lots of stuff, actually. The headbutt. Mm-hmm. Yup. I mean, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be fun. What a way to end the episode, though. At least I was somewhat right about us getting a bit of a lighter episode for this one, even with Ho and the funeral and people not continuing on with the tower. It's definitely nice to have a little bit of slapstick. Of course, we got Chibi Rock, which I forgot that this is the part where we got our sweet little darling. I love Chibi Rock so much. I love that it is a thing that exists. I love that he continues to choose to be pocket-sized. It's beautiful. It's the best thing that has ever happened to me. I was delighted the first time that we got him. So I'm so excited that he gets to now be part of the actual anime, and I'm sure that'll add to some of the comedy that comes later on that we will definitely need with some of the stuff coming up, but definitely getting into some heavier stuff with the last few episodes with the administrator's test and everything that's going to happen there. Again, I don't know which lens to read Rachel's words in, right? Part of me is she legitimately sorry about things because she's legitimately sorry about like how she has treated Bob up to this point? Is she sorry because she knows what's going to happen later on? She knows what she's going to do coming up, and is she more sorry for herself and the fact that has gotten injured, if nothing else, that she has lost some of that momentum, that fact that she wasn't supposed to be passing the test, right? And knowing that, is she crying because she has failed in some way, or is she crying because she legitimately feels some kind of remorse? I don't know. In the most context, I'm like, she doesn't feel remorse. That's just my default, but it's definitely a different lens in retrospect going through her character, because at the time I knew that there were parts of me that didn't trust her going through the webtoon early on. There's just something about her vibe that I was like, I'm getting some sirens going off, some warning signs. So I never really fully trusted what she was doing, but I also feel like I was a little bit more inclined to give her the benefit of the doubt because bomb, and I wanted her to be a better person than she ended up being. But I also know that's complicated, and I know that the more that I learn about her as I go through the webtoon later on, the more that I can understand at least why she does certain things, even if I don't agree with it, or I can understand that she's a very interesting character in and of herself, regardless of like how my personal feelings are. But it's just, I don't know, every time she says something in the earlier seasons, I'm like, I don't know what to do with this, because at least later on she's just like, this is how I feel, this is what's happening. Whereas earlier on she's a little bit more supposed to be portrayed in this light of kind of a nice person and worthy of what Bam is saying, but he's so genuine. I think that's what gets me, is that throughout this entire thing, Bam is just completely, entirely who he is, and genuine and truthful, and everything that he says, I'm like, you believe that, and it breaks my heart more, because I don't know whether or not to trust what she's saying, but I absolutely know that what you're saying is true, and that just hurts me even more, because I'm like, you're trying so hard, and you mean this, and you legitimately feel that way about her, and it's going to blow up in your face, and you don't even know, because you're just blindly trusting her. And I'm just worried. I even know, though I know it's coming, I know it's gonna rip my heart out, but at least we got like a little bit of comedy, we got a little bit of friendship, we got some lighter moments in this before the intensity of the next few episodes, because oh boy, there's gonna be some stuff going down. So I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. You can click this playlist, it goes to my previous reactions, or you can subscribe to me next time I post a Tower of God video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.